Welcome to the Prep to Pass SHRM Certified Professional Exam. I'm thrilled to have you here on this journey. My name is Kathleen Nguyen, and I bring over a decade of HR experience gained from working with U.S. national and global Fortune 500 companies. I'm proud to say that I am SHRM certified myself, and my passion for HR extends to teaching and mentoring individuals like you to excel in the exam. In this course, I aim to equip you with the knowledge and strategies you need to not just pass the exam, but to excel in your career. We will dive deep into the essential. You can look forward to have a comprehensive study plan that's been refined over the years of teaching and supporting students to pass this exam. You will learn valuable test-taking strategies and techniques that can make a significant difference in your performance on test day. We will cover the behavioral and technical competency required for the exam, ensuring that you are well-rounded in your HR knowledge. This course is designed to accelerate your learning curve, saving you time and helping you absorb the material efficiently. Ultimately, our goal is to help you pass the exam, setting you on a path to a successful HR career. So, let's get started. First, we're going to delve into the structure of the exam. Let's begin with the basics. The exam is computer-based, and you would have a total of 3 hours and 40 minutes to complete them. This time is divided into two 110-minute sessions. Within this time frame, you will need to answer a total of 134 multiple choice questions. Let's look at the question types. There are two main types of questions in this exam. The first one is standalone knowledge-based questions. These questions focus on two categories. The first category, known as HR-specific knowledge items, focuses on the key concept topics related to HR functional areas. The second category, foundational knowledge items, covers fundamental concepts tied to the 8 behavioral competencies. Secondly, you will see situational judgment items. These assess your judgment and decision-making skills, which are not easily measured through traditional knowledge-based questions. In these questions, you will be presented with real-world work scenarios and asked to choose the best strategies to address the issue described. It's essential to remember that while multiple strategies might be effective in real life, you will only receive credit for selecting the best possible answer as determined by a panel of experienced HR professionals. Any other choices, which may be less effective or ineffective strategies, will not earn any credit. Now, about the optional 15 minutes break. You can take this break if needed, but I recommend doing so wisely. The SHRM advised that if you decided to take a break, it's best to do it before ending session 1 if you have time remaining. If not, take your break once session 2 begins. Importantly, you need to remember that the clock will not stop during this optional break, so manage your time wisely. Now that you know about the exam and its content, let's talk about the program outline and how this program is going to support your preparation. In this program, you will learn the competency of HR expertise, which is grouped into 3 knowledge domains: people, organization, and workplace. In addition to that, you will learn the behavioral competency, which describes the behaviors and attributes necessary for HR professionals to perform effectively in the workplace. And those behavioral competency group into 3 groups: leadership, business, and interpersonal. This approach is supported by SHRM research, emphasizing the critical roles played by HR professionals And they need to demonstrate their HR knowledge, meaning what you know about human resources, the key knowledge that will help you show up as a subject matter expert. And also you need to demonstrate your behavioral competency, how you apply what you know in terms of HR knowledge in contributing to effective HR practices in your workplace. The SHRM incorporated these behavioral and technical competency into a certification exam to recognize that a strategic and successful human resources professional will be able to demonstrate successful application of both knowledge and behavior in the exam and in real-world application. So I'm excited that by the end of this course, you will have the HR knowledge and also understand how you can show up and apply the HR knowledge to be successful, not only for the exam, but also for your role as HR professional. Now let's talk about how you can prepare effectively using this course. In this course, I will provide you materials, a combination of video and reading materials to help you deepen your HR knowledge and feel well prepared for the exam. I will also provide you quizzes at the end of each chapter, as well as final exam to assess your overall knowledge. My recommendation for your study plan is to use a 10-week stress-free study plan that I included in this course. Of course, feel free to modify it and make it your own depending upon your personal needs and schedule. And then I recommend you to watch, read, practice. What I mean by that is watching the videos, reading the additional materials including in this course, diversify to deepen your reading materials by purchasing some other books and materials that I share with you as free resources, and then practice to ensure that you're well prepared to take the real exam. So this is how you can prepare effectively and ace your exam. In addition to an effective study plan, you also learn test-taking tips in this course. Here are some tips that I want to share with you. Number 1, make sure that you read and reread the questions. I would recommend read the questions at least twice and then pay attention to the details. But don't read too much into the questions and losing track of time or doubting yourself. Trust that you study enough. And oftentimes studies have shown that the first choice from a test taker is usually the right choice. So you should know that you have studied enough and you know the right choice. You can also use the process of elimination to find the right answer. Using the process of elimination, you will be able to find a distinction between the correct and nearly correct statements. Oftentimes, you will see this happen a lot in the exam. You will see the correct and nearly correct statements, and that's going to make it very difficult to choose the right questions. So narrow that to at least 2 options, and then pay attention to the equal options. If 2 choices are opposite, one of them is probably correct. Check for the negatives and the other words that are there to throw you off, such as which of the following is not an option. The answer is usually wrong if it's contained at all, always, never, or none. Those are the absolute, and the answer has a great chance of being right if it has sometimes, probably, or some. If you don't know the right answer, look for the wrong ones. Questions options that are totally unfamiliar to what you've learned. And if 2 choices are very familiar and very similar, you must look at other qualifiers such as always versus sometimes. If only one of the 2 words are different, one is possibly correct. So again, these are some of the common test-taking tips that I've seen my students very successful when they take the exam. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just make sure that you read and reread the question, pay attention to the details, and use the process of elimination to select the right answer. So there you have it. Test-taking tips for the exam. I included 1-pagers in this session as well to share with you some additional test-taking tips that you can use to pass the SHRM-CP. In conclusion, I would say that it's important for you to understand the structure of the exam, taking time to properly prepare, and applying effective test-taking tips. These will be vital for your preparation journey. I'm confident that armed with knowledge from this course, you will be well on your way to success. I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture.